Nashville, Tennessee, at a combined weight of 430 pounds, the team of Andy Douglas and Chase Stevens.
Well, Mike, these two are loved and hated here locally. They are big here on the Saturday Night Show in Nashville, and they can stir up some controversy in this town.
Well, you know, we've seen Chase Stevens both on Explosion as well as the NWA TNA pay-per-views as one half of the Hot Shots tag team with Cassidy O'Reilly. And in speaking with him before the match tonight, I found out that this isn't necessarily a split between the Hot Shots. He and Cassidy O'Reilly still forming a team, but thought for this week on TNA Explosion that he would try out Andy Douglas as a tag team partner.
I'll tell you something, Mike. Let's get back to what you were talking about earlier. This Wednesday, Jerry Lynn and Amazing Red.
Because they know that at stake in that one-on-one matchup will be the #1 contendership for the X Division Championship belt currently held by Kid Cash.
Mike, what does that do to your psyche? I mean, you just got to turn it on and turn it off. I mean, your partner's one week and competitors the next. I mean, you can't remember anything about your partnership or your friendship. It's all on the line. The X Division Championship is hallowed ground here in TNA.
And think about behind the scenes. You might be sharing a strategy with your tag team partner one week. You might even clue him into an injury that you have one week. And then all of a sudden the next week when you are facing him as an opponent, maybe you would think back on that and be sorry that you gave him so much information when he was your tag team partner. So many little aspects that go into this matchup.
Oh, Stevens!
Nice flying cross body block by Chase Stevens. And able to get a 2 count on Jason B. Yes, it is Jerry Lynn and Amazing Red this Wednesday for the #1 contender slot to the X Division title. But fast forward ahead to Wednesday, April the 30th.
Oh, I can't wait, Mike.
And think about the NWA World's Heavyweight title matchup, the one we've been waiting for several weeks. Anticipation for months since Raven arrived. Raven claims it's his destiny to become NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. He must go through Jeff Jarrett on April the 30th to win that belt.
Mike, the tension between those two is rising every single week. Later on in this program, we'll show you what we're talking about between Jeff Jarrett and Raven and how it's even stepped up a notch. But, Mike, in 2 weeks, April 30th, less than 2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks.
A week and a half away.
One of those two will walk out of that ring the NWA.
I'm pressed to disagree with that at this point in time. But I think Jarrett is going to have to be at his absolute best on April the 30th with the NWA gold on the line, Raven and Jarrett one-on-one.
You know, I'm going to make a prediction here, Mike, and it's just because of the way it just seems. I believe that so many people, that Jeff has just got so many people coming in so many different directions. And I think Raven is going to be so focused on the one mission of taking the title and the mind games that Raven's playing on him. I will not be surprised and almost predict that Raven's going to come up with
victorious. Has to be a huge advantage, no question about it. DDT hit by Andy Douglas. Douglas and Stevens score the pin and get the win.
The winners of the match, the team of Andy Douglas and Chase Stevens.
Well, in their first appearance here on TNA Explosion as a tag team, Andy Douglas and Chase Stevens put it together. Douglas and Stevens use the DDT to get the win as they knock off the Memphis Blondes this week on Explosion.